People focus a lot on working out their core, but they often focus on what I call the show muscles. And while it's okay to work on the front side of your core, the muscles that most people neglect are what I call the go muscles. And when you connect with and strengthen these muscles, your body will feel amazing. Here's how to do it. Hey there, Coach Tyler with WeShape. And you know what one of the #1 things we talk about at WeShape is? Well, it's how to move your body better so that you can feel better in your body. And when I talk about strengthening the go muscles, here and here, the muscles I'm referring to are your obliques and your spinal erectors. And I call them the go muscles because when you have a good connection to your obliques and your spinal erectors, these muscles can keep you from getting injured because they support you when things are pulling on your body forward and backward, side to side, and even in a twisting motion. And this is important. You see, most people think that the muscles of your core were designed to bend and twist the spine. However, they were actually designed to help prevent the spine from bending and twisting as you go through your daily life. So, when your obliques and your spinal erectors are strong, your likelihood of straining your body, especially your lower back or your SI joint, goes way, way down. And every movement feels easier in your daily life too. Pretty great, right? So, to strengthen your obliques and spinal erectors, I have 2 great movements for you to try out. And they are the glute bridge lift and the kneeling side plank. Both of these movements are amazing at strengthening your go muscles, and both can be done in the comfort of your own home without any equipment. So, let's start off by going over the glute bridge lifts, and then I'll show you how to do the kneeling side plank with perfect form. And after that, I'll hook you up with a simple workout that you can do to put these 2 amazing movements into a follow-along workout that will help you strengthen both your obliques and your lower back in just 9 minutes. But really quick, before we start this video, can you go ahead and give it a like and hit that subscribe button before we dive in? I promise you won't regret it. This first movement is called the glute bridge lift, and it's an amazing movement for strengthening your lower back muscles, your spinal erectors, as well as teaching them to properly coordinate with your glute muscles, which are the strongest muscles in your lower body, both which can help you protect your lower back. So I'm gonna show you how to do it with perfect form. You're gonna start by lying down on your back. You're gonna bring your heels close to your butt like this, and then what you're gonna do is take your fingertips and drive them towards your heels, okay? This is really important because you wanna set the shoulders into a good place so that we're not over-activating the neck muscles. From there, turn your thumbs to the outside like this. So don't put your palms flat on the ground like this. Instead, turn your thumbs to the outside like this. What that's gonna do is pull your shoulder blades back and help this exercise improve your posture as well as strengthen your spinal erectors and your glutes. Now from there, you're gonna lift your toes to your nose and you're gonna drive your heels into the ground. And a really important point here is I don't want you to think about extending your legs like this. I want you to think about extending your hip like this. So imagine driving your heels down into the floor, not forward, okay? So again, fingertips down, thumbs out, tall to the top of the head, toes to the nose, drive the heels into the ground, squeeze your glute muscles in this top position for a second, and then come back down. Inhale as you go up, exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up, exhale as you go down. One more thing, make sure that your knees are going the same direction as your toes. So don't let those knees wobble in like this, and don't let them go out too far. Just make sure they're going forward and backwards the entire time. Now practice this movement slow and controlled at first, and really focus on squeezing the glutes at the top and making sure that you've got all these key points of alignment done to make sure you do it with good form. Because when you do, like I said, you're not only gonna strengthen those spinal erectors, but also your glutes. And if you do all these points, you're gonna improve your posture too, which is totally amazing. All right, let's go on to the next movement. Okay, before I get to the last movement, I wanted to mention that the best thing for you to do after this video is over is to click the link below or head on over to WeShape.com. That's because we've built a system that creates a personalized, follow along workout for you based on your individual goals and capabilities. It's the best workout for someone in your position who needs to strengthen their obliques and lower back, and you can try it out for free. The second movement is called the kneeling side plank on elbow, and it's fantastic for strengthening your obliques, the muscles on the sides of your core, as well as your spinal erectors on the back side of your core. So follow along and I'll show you how to do it with perfect form. You're gonna start out by coming down on your elbow on your side. Now from here, you're gonna take your knees and you're gonna stack them on top of each other and you're gonna bend your knees and let your legs just rest like that. Now, before you lift up, you wanna think about your knees, your hips, and your shoulders are all in one straight line this way. So what that means is, imagine you're between two walls, one in front of you and one behind you, so that you don't stick your butt out when you're doing this movement, or you don't open your shoulders too far when you do this movement. So everything stays perfectly sideways, okay? Now from there, the same thing, knees, hips, and all the way up through your head. Now you can imagine one straight line as you lift up. So place that hand on the ground, drive the elbow into the ground, and lift up into that one straight line between the knees, the hips, and all the way through the top of the head. Now you can place his hand here, you can place his hand here, and just hold this position, and you'll feel these muscles on the side of your core right here start to work. Now, an important distinction is, as you do this movement, don't push your elbow up like this, because when you do, you're gonna activate your shoulders and deactivate your core. Instead, think about dragging your elbow towards your knees. When you do this, you're gonna activate all these muscles inside your armpit here, your lats, your serratus, and also cause your obliques to fire even harder. So it does make the movement more difficult, but it also makes it more effective. And the harder you drag your elbow towards your knees, the more difficult it gets. So that looks like this. Instead of being here and pushing up, which you can barely see that little movement, pushing up with my shoulder, instead hold the position and drag your elbow down. And immediately, this movement gets incredibly difficult, but you get a whole lot more bang for your buck. So practice this and make sure you get all of those form cues right so you know you're doing it with perfect form. Okay, I really hope that these two movements will help you feel better in your body. And if you want to get started on using them, we put together a simple core and lower back workout that uses both the glute bridge and the kneeling side plank, and only takes 9 minutes to complete. So just click the link right here and head on over and check that out. I'll see you there.